reservation at 6:15, and I'm not 1,000,000% sure whether I'm going to do like a SCANDI Diaries or Malmö Copenhagen Diaries, like split into two because I'm going to Copenhagen tomorrow. Anyway, I'm just going for a little wander, and then I'm meeting Katrina, and I can vlog so easily because there's like barely anyone around. It's way better than London. So anyway, look, Swedish flag, so happy. I'm not sure I actually said why I'm here, which is because Katrina's here for a conference and I decided to tag along basically. So if she has any worldly insights from this orchestral conference, then I will get her to share them. But apart from that, I'm just going to be doing a vlog and sharing my travel insights to everybody, because this is definitely one of my favourite things to do in the whole world, just solo travel. But now I'm not solo. So what was this? The chicken skin?
Yeah.
And then that's the scallops, the Barico ham, sourdough. So we're just having dinner. Well, we're having a second dinner because the first dinner, but update on that later. Having cheese, some arancini, some cava, and it's beautiful place. I said yesterday that I was going to do 2 separate videos, but I think I'm just not going to because I don't think I'm going to have enough content. So basically, Malmö, I would say, I'm not sure I would recommend someone came here like for a break for a few days. I genuinely think you could probably, as a tourist, like enjoy the city in a day. That's the kind of vibe I get. So I don't really see the point in doing a video. I think I'm just going to do a SCANDI diary, and if it becomes a really long video, then I'll just split it into 2. So yesterday evening, I obviously made my way here. I went for dinner with Katrina in this place called Buchan, which is fairly close to where we're staying, and it was really, really disappointing. It's actually, I was saying to Katrina, it's not often that I have food where I'm like, wow, every single part of that was disappointing. I think that because I cook, and I know Katrina cooks also, so she understood what I was saying, sometimes I do go out and I think, I could have made this just as well at home. But this was like disappointing on like another level. So it wasn't badly cooked or anything, or it wasn't raw or anything like that. It's just, it was similar to kind of a tasting menu, I would say. So all of the portions you will have seen in the video were quite small, but the food was so disappointing. Like the flavours were so weird, but not in a good way. I think they'd really tried to be adventurous with their flavouring, but it just didn't work. So for example, on the menu, they only had 2 mains. So we were like, oh, we'll just get both of them and share them. So one of them was halibut, which was grilled and then poached. But we actually sent the first one back because it was cold. And it was on a bed of chorizo, and then it had some courgettes and then this kind of like nutty kind of puree. But the nut element tasted like the peanut butter sauce that was on the tortellini that came with the other main. And then like the what else did we had? We had like Iberico ham with sherry and pine nuts, and the ham was just like not good. And then what else did we have? We had these like chicken skins, and it just tasted like bread. It didn't taste like chicken skin at all. It didn't have a distinct flavour at all, and it was just, yeah, not great. And then what was the other thing? Oh, the scallops. So the scallops, obviously they taste quite distinct as a general flavour, and all I could taste was like garden peas because of the puree underneath. And also, instead of them giving 4 scallops, they only put kind of 1 quartered in the bowl. and so like you couldn't really taste it at all. It just didn't have any taste really at all. So disappointing. So that was Buchan, and then yeah, and I'm only mentioning this because when I go away, I always look at reviews on Google Maps, and I always try to go to places that are 4.7 and above with quite a few reviews, like 100 or more. And generally speaking, I would say it serves me quite well, depending on where I am. But this is 4.9, and it was not a 4.9 restaurant. No way, no way, no way. Anyway, so that was that. So then we were quite disappointed because it was like, oh, because we really thought it was going to be good. And then we decided to go to this hotel slash restaurant slash bar called MJ's. And it was really cute. I'll put some videos in, or you will have seen it already from yesterday. And yeah, it was really, really nice in there. They had this amazing, beautiful atrium. I imagine if you went for lunch or dinner, it's just like a really good vibe. And we also went to the photo booth there in true us style. Show you pictures. Can you see that? Is it focusing? Yeah, I think much like Norway, the food scene here is probably similar. It's like, it's not, I've never really eaten any like wow food in Scandinavian countries, or like kind of this part of the world. It's always been very fresh, but not kind of, yeah, not really like wow kind of thing. Anyway, so my plan is now, I'm going to, I'm waiting for my phone to charge. I'm just going to finish getting ready, putting some stuff in my bag. And then I'm going to head to the station. I'm going to get the train to Copenhagen, not the central bit because I need to get the metro. So I'm going, I think, one stop further than the central station. And then I'm going to go on the metro to this church and then walk to the church from the metro station. And I'm just so looking forward because this church that I'm going to is like a bucket list thing for like my life. Like I've wanted to go here for probably like 7 years, something like that. And I'm going there today, and that's the only thing that I like really want to do today. And then and then I'll head back into central Copenhagen and just go for a wander and stuff. So that's the plan. Gosh, this is really studio lighting, this light here. But if I push it away, it's just like really dark and you can't really see me. Or maybe you can, I don't know. Anyway, I will check in later. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to show you this church. Copenhagen Central Station, and I'm getting the logo is an S, but I don't know if it's just the metro to the church. I'm laughing at myself right now because I'm in a very residential area going to this church, but it'll be worth the wait because I've wanted to go here for so long. I can see it. I don't think I'm ever going to forget having been there. That was just absolutely breathtaking. So tranquil, so beautiful. I am heading back into kind of central Copenhagen now. I want to go to this library this afternoon, but I'm very hungry, so I want to go and get some food now. So I think one thing, I know I haven't shown me going anywhere on any of these videos yet, but I love solo travelling. But one thing that makes me really stressed is getting tickets on buses. Sounds so stupid, but puts me off going places. Because in London you just tap on and off the tube, on the buses, and you don't have to ask for anything. I feel so awkward in another country not being able to speak the language. Though I will say, in Scandinavia, everyone speaks English, but still. So, how I've been buying my tickets here is on this app called Billetter. Billet. Yeah. I don't know how you pronounce it, or how it's supposed to sound. And yeah, you just buy your tickets on there, Apple Pay. It's great. And there's like a metro system. I think that's what it's called. And then there's also buses. And then the train from Malmö to Copenhagen is around £10 at the moment. Obviously, it depends on the exchange rate. And you buy those tickets at the station, but there's also I think it's DBT. You can get the app as well and buy them on there. But it's really straightforward, basically. And then you just get on and off the train. There's no barriers or anything like that. I think they just trust that everyone buys them. I don't think anyone in London would buy one. Heading back in now to the centre, and I'll just show whatever I get up to when I'm there. I have no plan. The church was the plan, and so glad I ventured out to kind of not remote, what do you call it, residential Copenhagen. Look at this autumn goodness, delightful. My pastry, it's like a custard, and then pastry's really good. And then I also picked up a cookie and a cinnamon bun. apparently you can go to the top of it and it's glass and you can see amazing views, and I just think the architecture of the building looks really interesting. I'm in the park in Malmö, so Autumnal. I'm just heading back into town. I went to a bakery and I picked up something for Katrina and then walked back to the conference that she's at and then gave that to her. We had the most incredible, one of the most incredible, memorable meals last night. Sorry, I am getting a little bit embarrassed vlogging in public. Yeah, it was so good. We had Swedish meatballs, we had schnitzel, and it was unbelievable. It's like when you really want a roast dinner. It was like the most wholesome, delicious food. Anyway, I'm in the park now, just having a little wander, and I'm walking to the library in Malmö. No one behind me. I would say, in terms of coming here, I'd probably go to Copenhagen and maybe come to Malmö for an afternoon. So like leave Copenhagen around midday, spend the afternoon and go for meatballs at this place called Bullens, because I don't think I would kind of come here on a trip or stay here. There isn't a huge amount to do. And I don't think the food scene is amazing. Like the bakeries are really nice, but kind of not enough to really warrant coming here for like a trip. So I would definitely do that. And it's so easy on the train from Copenhagen to Malmö. And the train journey across the bridge and everything is so lovely. So I would really recommend that, but I probably wouldn't come here as a visit or a trip, yeah. So, things I would suggest to do in Malmö. This park that I will have put on the screen at some point. The library, 100%, is very, very nice. But these are kind of things that you can do quite quickly. I feel like there's a castle here. I'm going to fact check that. And if there's not, then there's not. And I won't have said yes or no on the screen. Sorry, freeze frame. I just wanted to jump in here while I'm editing this video and say that there is indeed a castle in Malmö, and though I didn't visit it, I feel like it might be a really nice thing to go and do. And anything that I've put in this video or I've spoken about or anything that you've seen is all linked in the description of the video. So if you're watching this because you're going to Malmö or Copenhagen, or also if you're watching this and interested in anything that I've spoken about, you can see more details in the description. I'll put the name of it. And I think a nice wander around the streets. There's quite a lot of vintage shops. The meatball place, 100%. And I think what I really like about it is it's very, very tranquil. Like, no one's speaking really loudly on the phone, everyone's pretty quiet, and that's really nice. It's very different to London, but I think I really like the kind of more art scene in Copenhagen. There's a lot more to do, there's a lot more to see. I really like the art galleries and the kind of independent, like, arty shops, whether it be, there's a lot of independent clothes shops, so I'm sure they have more, but I saw Arket and H&M Home, but then most of the streets are filled with people that are going to the independent shops, which I think is really nice. The clothes are just way better quality, and I think they are more expensive, but obviously better quality, so more expensive. Anyway, I'm so sorry to include another freeze frame, but let's just treat this as like a little voice note from me to you, because there was a point that I really wanted to just talk about that I didn't mention when I was just speaking there, and I really wanted to touch on it because it left an impression with me. So it was about fashion and shopping in general, like the shopping experience in Scandinavia. But I was so taken aback at the impression I had at how they're approaching sustainability within the shop. So, as you can tell from the videos, all of the shops that I went in had such a nice feel to them. All of the items were so well displayed. They're very much like curating what is in their shops, depending on the vibe of the brand. And they're all independent. You know, I didn't see multiple of each shop anywhere that I went. And there were always, or almost always, second-hand sections where you could buy repaired and dry cleaned items that had been worn, but the shop were reselling from their own brand, if that makes sense. And they looked pretty much as good as new, and they were very kind of open on the tags with what had like been repaired, if anything, or whether it just been dry cleaned. And then there were also these repair points, so you could go and get like your jeans repaired or your knitwear repaired or leather repaired, etc. And I just thought, how fantastic. And I think where I was saying that the price point is a little bit higher, the quality of the items was far superior to anything that we have in the UK. And I was just thinking, you know, I really didn't see that many high street or fast fashion shops anywhere. And it was just so lovely. And what I will say is as well is that the clothes were all really different. They weren't kind of trend based, they were like staples that you'd keep forever. And earlier in the video, I showed a shop called Boy, which had very kind of Scandi vibe fashion. And I bought two jumpers, which were either majority of the jumper was knitted with wool or with cotton. And, you know, most of the stuff that we have in the UK is kind of acrylic or plastic or recycled plastic. And it's just really rubbish, to be honest. It doesn't last anywhere near as well as wool or kind of better quality weaves. Now I'm going into territory I don't know anything about, so I'm going to stop there. But I was so impressed, and I just wish that we had shopping experiences like that in the UK. And so far, I'm yet to find anywhere really where I've experienced it in that way. So I thought it was brilliant. Thank you for listening to my 3-minute podcast, mini podcast. Bye bye. I'm just walking to the kind of high street now, just to have a wander. I saw some felt mice in a window, and I'm almost certain I'm going to go in and get some because I really like felt mice as like Christmas decorations. I think they're so cute. Anyway, and we're trying to decide where to go for lunch, before we go to the airport, but we're really undecided because the food isn't fab, as I said, whereas Copenhagen there's way better food places. I know I didn't show anywhere because it wasn't really something I was doing because I was only there for the day, but when I've been before, the food is great there. There's lots of fantastic food. Anyway, oh, a conker. Right, I'll show some shops and things. Just picked up some pho and a banh mi from a Vietnamese place, and we're going to go and eat it in the park. Delighted.